I'm RaDona from boysandgirlshairstyles.com. Today I have Carol, and I just met her. She is an absolute doll. She comes from up to Salt Lake, and she called to come get her hair cut and colored, and I'm really excited that she came down. It's super fun, and I appreciate her calling so much. I want to show you guys what we're going to do with Carol. We are going to take this bottom part just from about her ear across, so we're not going to come clear up, but we are going to take this and we're going to do a 5N on the bottom of this. And I'm just going to part this off. And it's really fun. She's going to do this dark on the bottom, and then we're going to do the 5N and 5BG, which is a brown gold, up through this area, about up to here. And then it's so cute. She is going to leave like her front, her natural that's coming in, that's really light. This is some color that she's had previous, kind of growing out. So we're going to put this dark through here, and then she's going to leave all this light. So that'll be really fun. Okay, so I've got this parted here. Just going to make sure that this is even. And then I'm excited to do her haircut after. I'll show you what we're going to do. Okay, this is my 5N. I'm using 20 volume because 20 volume covers gray. So you're definitely going to want to use 20 volume.
What gray?
I mean, what gray, Carol says. Oh, that's good. So yeah, we are going to put this in. Just mix that up. Okay, sorry, that's going to be cold. Okay, so I'm just going to take my brush here. Just going to take that along that area. It'll be fun. We have the before picture, and then we're going to do an after picture, so make sure you try to look for those. That'll be a fun change. Okay, so I always like to do this. Just hold this hair up. Okay, and then just do those ends. Okay, take another section. Get that color on that. And then little sections like this for your windows. After you put the color on, you can also take a comb and comb through it just so it's even. Just so you don't have parts that are colored and parts that aren't colored as much. Just where it's short. And I'll show you in just one second what I mean by that. Okay, and then I'm just going to take this hair up this way. Okay, so what I mean by just combing that through is I would just bring a comb, just comb this through. Okay, and then just comb it up. Just make sure that you just comb through those ends. Okay, now what I'm going to do is take off my gloves, because I like to weave without gloves. Some people like to weave with it. Okay, I'm going to take one of my foils, and I'm just going to set that on top of that brown. Okay, now I'm going to take my weave comb. First of all, I'm going to do this 5BG, the brown gold. And what this color does, it just gives it some warmth throughout your hair, just so it's not just a brown, kind of a dull brown. We want a little bit of change in there. So that's why we are adding the brown gold to the brown, just to kind of mix it up a little bit. Okay, so now that I have this 5N here, this first piece that I'm going to weave is going to be the 5BG. Obviously, because we have the 5N on the bottom, we want to come up with a brown gold. Okay, and I'm going to do this about medium. And the good thing about this, so see this hair that I'm leaving out, that still has some of her natural color there. So it's just going to all blend, which is nice. If you do a solid color, sometimes that color comes back as kind of a line. So when you weave this, it's going to come back in a little bit better. You wouldn't notice the line as much. Okay, there's that first. Okay, then I'm going to come around this side. To the side here. I'm going to weave this. Again, I'm weaving it about medium. Okay. So what I'm going to do is you can see I'm going across her head. So now I'm going to come to this side and take a little section here. And remember not to make your sections too big, because then you're going to have some regrowth showing if they're too big. Okay, again, medium. I like to hold the foil underneath while I apply the color. Okay, so I've got this one area done. Are you wanting front right here, or do you want this all white?
Could you mix in a little into it, just to kind of break
yeah.
it up a little bit?
Yeah, you bet.
So there's a little color around my face?
Okay, that's what we're going to do, you guys. We're going to do a little bit of color down her face. She does want all this, her natural. But what we're going to do, just to blend that in a little bit, I'm just going to do a little bit littler pieces up front. Maybe not medium, maybe just kind of fine, just so there's a tiny bit.
Just to give it contrast, because white hair can look so dry.
Yeah, perfect. That sounds great. Carol's fun. She knows what she's talking about. Okay, so we're going to do this. And if you can see, these are littler pieces. I'm just doing these fine around her face. Okay, now I'm going to do this other side in the front. And with a color like this, so you can keep track of where you're at and what colors you're using, I like to do sections and just go around the head this way. Okay, so this side, again, I'm just going to do very fine pieces. Carol's a trooper for letting us videotape her. Okay, so now we have done the section with the brown gold. So now again, I'm going to come in this middle and I'm going to do a 5N, and I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to do the 5GB and the 5N. So you guys don't get bored. We'll stop now. I just wanted you to know how I was going to go up, and I'm going to go, you know, about up here to the top of her head and leave all this out. Okay? So I will talk to you in a minute and we'll show you the other video.